Hey, what's going on, you despicable dreepy? Playing some DeciGoons today. Now, if you guys got no idea how this deck works, Decidueye, its ability says it can't be hit by GX or V Pokemon, can't be damaged. So that's like our main attacker and the main Pokemon we go with. And a lot of times we can just win matchups by just literally using Decidueye. We just like set up Decidueye and then the game kind of ends. Other matchups, Obstagoon is our way to go. If they have like the bunch of non-GX, non-V attackers, we go with the Obstagoon, and then we use Obstruct, and then basic Pokemon in general can't hit us. So sometimes that's the route to go up against stuff like specifically like Baby Blounds. We want to go with Obstagoon, whereas with stuff against like ADP, we want to go with Decidueye. So we just kind of wall our opponents, stop them from being able to play the game. Some matchups can be a little bit closer depending on what they play. So we got Mew in there to stop stuff like Cramorant from being an option, or like Tag Ball, shut down that. Jirachi and a Snorlax in here to help us set up initially. And we do play the Sky Circus Rowlet with the Bird Keeper combo to be able to use the Wind Shard for free, to be able to take out stuff or just damage stuff and start to pressure stuff that can actually hit through our Obstagoon or Decidueye. So early on we can Wind Shard, start doing 60 damage to stuff to just kind of set them up to be KO'd later on, or even KOing it. Stuff like Spiritomb and Eternatus is something that can hit into our Decidueye, so we can Wind Shard that and knock that out before it even becomes a potential threat. So stuff like that is what we have the Sky Circus, specifically the Sky Circus Rowlet in here for. The Bird Keeper Rowlet combo, Wind Shard stuff, take those knockouts or just pressure stuff. We don't always have to one-hit KO it, but if we just pressure it with the Wind Shard, that's good as well. We got a Phione in here for the Luke Metal matchup, so the game doesn't go infinite and they don't like deck us out potentially. We have Phione in here to make sure we always beat Luke Metal. That's the main matchup we use it for. We don't use it too much besides that, to be honest. 2 Ordinary Rod to recover our attackers and our energy specifically as well, to keep us going in games. 4 Calm, 4 Quick Qual for our Pokemon Search, 4 Rare Candy to get into our Stage 2 guys, of course. Scoop Up Net to either pick up stuff out of play, reuse Goons, pick up stuff out of play. Like if we have like we put an extra Jirachi in play and then we want to get it out of play so our opponent can't draw prize cards anymore off that. That's what the nets are really good for. Reusing Obstagoon or Zigzagoon's ping damage is really nice as well. The Ford Bird Keeper, of course, to combo with the Rowlet. 1 boss, because sometimes you need to pressure something specific, but you don't want to play a ton of boss in here because it's very situational when it's useful. So just 1 boss, just 1 boss's orders. 1 Marnie as well as a shuffle draw, so we potentially don't deck out in certain scenarios. 4 research, 4 Rosa as our more aggressive draw supporter in the research, and then Rosa gets us our candy combo into our stage 2 pretty consistently. Also finds us that energy that can be sometimes hard to find with this deck, to be honest. And then 3 capture, 3 aromatic. The captures in here help us set up our basic Pokemon aggressive, especially when playing the Bird Keeper build. We need a lot of Rowlets to be able to abuse the Bird Keepers while also having the threat of being able to get into a Decidueye as well. So 3 capture energy to help us find our basics more aggressively, and then 3 aromatic energy to help against the poison Eternatus, because they can still poison our Decidueye with that Slowbro or the Garbodor or whatever. So we don't want to lose to that, just our opponent poisoning us and then running around while we can't knock out, while the poison does more damage and we're doing damage. So we play aromatic energy in here for that, and that's the deck. Last thing to mention, check out the live stream. First link in the description. I stream every day except Thursday. Twitch.tv/AzulGG. Let's get into it. All right, get into our first one here. I chose to go second, and well, with this hand, it doesn't really matter. I don't think we went first or second. It's not a very good hand. But there's a lot of decks that like going second in the current standard format, so I feel like, I don't know, it seems good. Oh, baby Volcanion. So this is a bad matchup for us in the Centiskorch deck. Well, I assume it's going to be Centiskorch here, but I guess it could be something else. I assume it's going to be Centiskorch. Could be Greensard, but there's a Silvally. So with all that going on, bad matchup. We also have a bad start here. It's going to be a rough one for sure. We could go for a turn 2 Candy Obstagoon KO on the Baby Volk, I guess. I don't really have anything else we can do anyway, so I'm gonna go for that, I think. Just pass. We can go Rosa next turn for Dark Energy Candy Obstagoon KO the Baby Volk, and then go from there, I guess. It depends if they even get a Welder to KO my Mew with the High Heat Blast. And then we do need another Pokemon, or we're just gonna get benched out and lose the game probably. So yeah, gotta do that. KO on the Baby Volk. We also need something else so we don't just lose next turn. So All right, yeah, we need a top deck like, if we top deck like a Rowlet or Rowlet would be sick, a sick top deck for sure. Nope. All right. Candy. Dark Energy. Will our opponent whiff Welder? Oh no, they don't even do what, just VMAX. But they have VMAX because they actually, this guy can't swing on us. It has to be the VMAX. Will our opponent whiff VMAX? They only need an attachment for turn plus a VMAX. If they do, if we got to capture for our Obstagoon to get ourselves a Rowlet to get to a Decidueye, yeah, VMAX energy will do us in here. Maybe their hand is just dead though. Maybe they can't find a VMAX. Here comes a quick ball, so at the very least they will be DAA changing. There's that rat. But then we can get into Decidueye on the next turn and then kind of work it from there. We'll see where it goes. Maybe they prize their second Baby Volk. Usually only 2 Baby Volk in most, if not like all builds of Set of Scorch VMAX right now. So basically just, and there's the comm. So we're going to lose this one. Basically only 2 Baby Volk in all builds of Set of Scorch right now. But not so lucky this time. Here comes the VMAX knocking out our Obstagoon. So unfortunate start here in this first game. Just kind of a rough start. We'll see how the next one goes. Hopefully a little bit better than this. At least if we're going to draw poorly. If we're going to draw poorly in the game, I hope at least it's up against a bad matchup. Okay, let's try this again. This time I didn't win the coin flip, so my opponent can decide whether we go first or second. Because I don't know what I want to go on average on ladder. Because with the ladder, it's a little bit different than in tournament. Because in tournament, it's kind of open deckless most of the time. So it's a little bit more like, okay, I can see what I'm playing against. And I could probably figure out which matchups I'd want to go first or second in. But oh yeah, on ladder, it's a little bit different because you're blindly going up against something. What it is, you got to figure it out. This time, it looks like it is going to be some kind of welder deck for sure. We saw them discard the fire. The question is, what kind? Tempo Zard is going to be my number one guess here. Maybe a Baby Blounce, though. We'll see. Here comes a quick ball. What are they going to grab? Yeah, one of those Tempo Zard. Baby Blounce. Either way, no matter what, we need to put our Mew on the bench to protect our Zigzagoon. And we want to use Obstagoon in this matchup. Obstagoon is going to be our go-to attacker in this matchup because they probably only play basic attackers. If they do play the Reshizzard, they can double blaze to get through one of our Obstagoons, but to get through multiple is going to be a little bit of a struggle for them for sure. So we can like calm away the Goon, get a second Zigzagoon, attach. Oh no, we'll have to get the Mew. Calm away the Obstagoon, get the Mew, attach to Zigzagoon, ping the Cramorant, I guess. I'm trying to think if it really matters where I put this 10 damage. It doesn't feel like it matters too much, to be honest. I could put it on the Zacian. Get the Mew. We need Mew to not be prized here. And then slowly build up into our Obstagoon. Or maybe quickly. If we draw really well, it could be quickly build up into our Obstagoon. We'll see. And then, yeah, set up some Obstagoons. Start swinging with Obstagoon. Obstruct pretty good when they only play basic Pokemon to attack with. They do have that Double Blaze, probably. Whether it's Baby Blounce or... And there's the Retrieval, so it's probably Baby Blounce. They might still play a Double Blaze as well. All right, Goon. Ping, excuse me again. All right. I recovered. Get rid of the Goon. Grab second. Nope. I keep thinking second. I want Mew. Let me get Mew. Mew. Attach. Gonna keep the net. I'm actually gonna boss here up the station. I might slow him down a little bit. I don't feel like I have to boss ever in this matchup, so I feel like that's fine. I could be wrong, and I could regret this later on, but it feels just fine to boss here. I don't see any real drawbacks, and our hand is set up to be able to get the Goon out next turn, get the Obstagoon out next turn, and really limit our opponent on what they can do. Our hand is actually really good to be able to respond to like a lot of situations our opponent can bring up here. They could boss like Blazer KO or Mew. If they do that, we have the Rosa plus the Quick Ball to get Ordinary Rod and recover the Mew if we wanted to. If they just KO are active, we have Rosa to get out the Obstagoon. I can't really boss our Zigzagoon this turn. The Blazer boss on the Mew wouldn't be terrible if they have a decent amount of fire surprise, because then they can start to Cramorant. And the play that they can actually make in this matchup is they can Cramorant snipe our Obstagoon if it's on the bench, and they can use boss to put it on the bench, removing its effect of the obstruct. So that's a little bit a little annoying thing you can do in this matchup as the Cramorant player. Gotta Capture Energy. I don't need to use Capture. I think I'm gonna Quick Ball away the Calm. Grab second Goon, because they could just sit there theoretically forever. I don't want to like lose this hand. Yeah, my opponent can theoretically sit here for forever and just wait until they have like boss KO on my Mew or my Goon or whatever they want to do. Now we have a Candy Obstagoon. We don't have the Dark Energy, so we're basically just gonna sit here and wait until our opponent KOs something, and then we're gonna Rosa, Candy Goon, Dark Energy, and go from there. I don't really want to candy out my Obstagoon now, because they just go attach pass, and then they go, and I still don't find my Dark Energy next turn. They're just gonna go boss KO it potentially, and I lose all that. So I'm basically just gonna wait for them to draw a prize card, or until I literally draw Candy Goon, Dark Energy. But I'm like not gonna be aggressive in research next turn. I don't think I need to. Could maybe capture to the Mew and find ourselves like I don't know, something cool. Maybe like a Decidueye, but that's not even that good here at all. Like finding setting up Decidueye doesn't really do anything. I guess I could set one up to just set one up though. But maybe I want to save my potential prize cards I could be giving up just for more Obstagoons. That sounds a little bit better, to be honest. So I probably won't put a Rowlet in play because it's just not great to put a Rowlet in play. Yeah, it's just not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. We're just gonna go ahead and not do that. I could do that. I don't want to do that though. I don't think. Scoop Up Net on the Jirachi. And if our opponent knows what's up, they probably won't be aggressive with the Cramorant. Or they have to be aggressive with the Cramorant. I guess if they know what's up, they basically have to be as aggressive as possible here to give themselves even a shot to win the game. Because like the longer they wait, the more likely I just get multiple Obstagoons out, and then they just kind of lose the game anyways. So they got to make moves here sooner than later, or hope I prize both my Dark Energy. I didn't check. So it's actually possible I did prize both of my Dark Energy. Here comes a Welder. So Cramorant can swing this turn. Question is, will they make it happen? And then if they do, will they just concede when I obstruct on the following turn? But I feel like they have to almost make the move, because the longer they wait, the better it gets for me theoretically. So taking your time doesn't really do anything unless they're waiting for like a boss play. I guess that could be the one thing. They're gonna be like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna wait. Boss KO Goon or Boss KO Mew to set up that play that I was talking about, where they can like go snipe my Obstagoon after pushing it to the bench. But I do have a one Scoop Up Net in hand, so if I can find another one, I can make my bench just, or my field just Obstagoons theoretically, and then they can't really do a whole ton against that. So we'll see what they got. I'm sure that's what they're debating right here. Do they want to KO my? Oh, and all right, they're gonna go with the KO. Yeah, I think it's probably the best way for my opponent to tackle the situation, to be honest, because I guess I could go for beat catch here and even go get like the boss's orders and plan to boss up my Mew or a Goon next turn. Yeah, the beat catch. They're gonna go get boss's orders here, and if they play reset stamp, probably grab a reset stamp as well. That would actually be a pretty good combo for them to have here. Boss's orders, reset stamp, because I have a 7-card hand, it'll become 8 on the top deck, so it's a little bit bigger than what reset stamp would allow. So I don't hate it. We'll see what they go for here though. On the next turn, I'm not going to be able to disrupt their hand. Probably I play one Marnie in the deck, so it's possible I can disrupt them, but very unlikely. And I don't even think I'd want to be honest. I think I'm just going to hold the Rosa hand. Pretty unlikely they even play the reset stamp, so I'm not really worried about it. It's just something to think about. I think I could bench this Hearth. I think I'm just gonna pass. I don't really feel like I need to do anything, and we'll see what our opponent got off the beat catch, and if it's gonna be enough or not to give them a chance here, guys. Really rough matchup for our opponent, so let's see if they can pull something off. I assume they got boss's orders, but we'll figure out in just a second like, what exactly they got. Yeah, if it'll be enough is kind of the question. Will it be enough to give our opponent a chance here to win this one? Because we will eventually just draw into all we need to win the game. Or, I mean, I guess they would deck out eventually, to be honest. My opponent would just kind of deck out at some point before we do. They have way less cards in their deck than we do, and they have like no way to put cards back. Besides like the Mewtwo putting a card back on top, I guess. But we have like Ordinary Rods, Phione, so but it's never gonna come down to that unless we did like prize double Dark Energy, where we're both just sitting here doing nothing. I guess that could be a way it goes. And they're going for the Mew knockout, which is correct. I like this play from my opponent here, and ideally for them, I guess I'll put Mewtwo on top, or Mewtwo to put the boss back on top, or maybe they need a Welder next turn with the Cramorant anyways. Actually, to be honest, it's still really bad. They do have the boss play, but you have to do this like immediately to really have a chance. I feel like this is like almost still too slow. There's the spit shot. Goodbye Mew. Yeah, we have the Obstagoon this turn. I could recover the Mew even if I wanted to, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't think it's necessary. Go Rosa. Get Goon. This and this. We top deck the candy, so candy out both Goons. Oh, I can put 3 damage counter somewhere. I mean, if I put the, that's not gonna make a difference because I do 80 or 90 is the knockout. So 3 to the Blound, I guess, and then maybe 3 to the Zacian, and then attach. Net the Snorlax. Got a Rosa for next turn if they draw a prize card. Obstruct for 90. So yeah, they can go Welder, knock out my bench Goon. Then I obstruct. They could go. They couldn't do the boss play here really because they don't have Cramorant set up again to do the boss play. So, and if they KO this one, if they somehow KO the one with the Dark Energy, got Rosa in hand. Second Dark is in the deck. We will just we're just gonna win the game. Yeah. So that's why this matchup is so good. It just is basically a free matchup as long as you play it properly on the Goon side. You just kind of, you will win most of the time. Double Blaze Reshizard can make things really awkward actually, but we haven't seen that from our opponent yet, and that's definitely something they would probably go after. I mean, maybe they don't quite realize the value of it yet. A lot of Blounds decks play like the Reshizard, and Temposard plays like 2 Reshizards, so that makes things pretty awkward because that putting that much pressure on our Goon is a pretty big deal. Because like right here, if they Cramorant sniped this Obstagoon and say they had a Welder built up on a Reshizard, I have to all of a sudden bench other Pokemon to respond to that, which I don't want to do. It looks like a Retreat or a Beat Catch is about to go down. But yeah, I wouldn't want to like bench anything else because then that's more stuff they could Spit Shot or Boss Up and knock out. So just being able to KO one Obstagoon just with an attack through the active is a pretty big deal. Oh, so they play Palpat. So they actually probably don't play the Mewtwo that I've mentioned multiple times now. Most people play the Mewtwo in Baby Lounge because it's so efficient with net to be able to be reused, or even just kind of like if you're about a Dead change, you can just bench the Mewtwo even if you don't have any Welder or Boss or any supporter in the discard pile. There is the Boss. I don't actually have a way to move this Goon right now. I don't have a switch or anything, so I could research and try and find a switch or the Dark Energy and then move it that way. That would be fine. I could also just leave it in the active for a turn and be like, all right, if you KO it, I'm just put a Dark Energy. I'm just gonna send this one back up and obstruct. Or if they snipe KO this one with the Dark Energy when it's on the bench, I can go Rosa, get a Dark Energy, and then attack with this one anyway. So I'll be in like a good spot pretty much no matter what here against my opponent. And no matter what they do, if they go Cramorant Snipe, if they go boss this one up, try and trap it for a turn, we got plenty of stuff to do, and we're not really worried about it at all, to be honest. We're just in the driving seat right now. And yeah, we haven't seen the Reshizard from my opponent, so I don't think they have it. Otherwise, they probably would have grabbed it by now to use that Double Blaze, which would be a way for them to get back into this one. But if they don't have that, then there's nothing that's really going to make that difference, I don't think. We'll see. It might have something I'm not thinking about. We our turn super straightforward here. Draw. Obstruct. I don't even need to attach either of these. I don't think. I'm definitely going to keep the capture around in case they need to get out another Goon. It's kind of like another search card to just find the basic. So I want to keep the capture energy around for that. I could like throw it here or here, whatever. Get a Zigzagoon out if I really feel like I need to. That'll be fine. The Baby Bond set up. They have the Boss in the hand as well, so they can KO my benched Obstagoon if they want to. And I mean, I'd be curious to see if they have something else to work with as well besides that. Like if they go, if they get this KO on this Obstagoon, which it looks like they're going for, will they have anything else to like all of a sudden pressure this Obstagoon? Like, could I lose on this next turn if I don't bench anything else? I don't think I will. I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna play as if I won't lose next turn, but we'll see. They could have something that I'm not thinking about. There's Heatran. That doesn't make a difference at all. Yeah, I'm not scared of Heatran. That's fine. Heatran is fine to be in play. There's a switch into the Heatran, actually. So they're going to attack with Heatran. Ooh, okay. I see one play they could make. They could hit this for 150 with the GX attack. And then next turn, they could go Welder to Cramorant. Get Boss back again, but they are down there Palpad and the Boss, so I feel like they probably can't recover the Boss unless they also play a Mewtwo or like second Boss or second pal pad. They probably don't have a way to, but they can goon ping this, which is now what I'm kind of scared of. I'm kind of scared of the goon ping. I think I'm just gonna go attach, retreat, and just obstruct. I don't think they couldn't pull it off this turn, so we'll have another turn to kind of see what they're planning maybe, and then kind of set up a better response if we feel like we need it. But yeah, they could go like 150 here, now Welder to Cramorant, and to like get boss back again, and then go boss this up, Cramorant snipe, and then goon ping KO this this Obstagoon. I can't imagine they couldn't have KO'd this Obstagoon with the Blown last turn. I can't imagine that wasn't possible at all. They had to be able to KO this with the Blown next turn, but they chose to do this Heatran play instead, which I'm curious about, to be honest. They maybe are lining up this play that I talked about, but that would have to involve them playing 2 boss or 2 pal pad or the Mewtwo as well to recover the boss, some way to get the boss back, or another boss, which I feel like is unlikely, and we'll see where this Welder goes. That'll be kind of a tell as to it's going to the Cramorant. Now I'm getting kind of scared that they do have this play that I'm talking about. Makes me want to bench something to kind of protect myself from the potential of that play. But I also just don't want to do that, because then I have something else in play. But it would only be like one prize card more they could get. So I might go like Quick Ball, grab a Jirachi, just throw that in play to be safe. Yeah, I might just do that to be safe, because you never know what some people have up their sleeves sometimes. So to be safe, I think I will do that. They did the Welder this turn. We haven't seen an out to the boss yet, or another boss. We don't have to be too worried of that yet. I mean, how many net do they have left? They only have 1 net left, so they have to like make space on the bench, get Mewtwo down, put the boss on top, and then somehow get the boss as well. It's not just put the boss back, you also have to get it again. So there might be like from the play that I mentioned, there might be like a turn more away. But I could put a Jirachi in play to feel safe at the very least, I guess. Now we're just obstructing. If they have that play I'm talking about, then you know what? I want to see it happen. And I guess we don't lose this turn anyways, because they would have to go bring this up. Oh no, I guess they would have to go boss this up and then goon ping it. That would win them the game, because it would reset the obstruct, because the obstruct would go to the bench, and then this comes back to the active, and then they just go spit shot, KO it, and that's kind of it. So they could do it actually, and they're getting pretty low on cards in their deck. So maybe I will bench a Jirachi next turn. I think I'm gonna bench a Jirachi next turn just to be safe. I'll Quick Ball away. Maybe I don't really think I want to Marnie them anymore. Maybe the Marnie. Grab a Jirachi, just put it on the bench just to feel safe. We should retreat to the Blown. They're just trying to survive here. They only have 4 cards left in deck, so if they got something, they got to do it soon. They should attach to the Blown. Scoop Up Net the other Blown. Okay. How much energy do they even have left at this one? They're 2 Crystal and a Retrieval. Then 8, 9, 10, 13 Fire Gone. So they probably have like, I don't know, maybe like 16. 16, between 16 and 19 Fire Energy probably. They play Retrievals probably closer to 16. Usually that's the way it goes. But we'll see. I mean, they're almost playing like they have something, but we have yet to see them have something. So I don't think they have anything. Once again, we'll see though. They've Weldered. They've passed. Okay. I kind of want to put something in play. Like once again, I'm in that situation where like I kind of want to put something. Nah, they don't got it. Obstruct. Now they have no Scoop Up Nets as well, so they can't actually bench the Zigzagoon that I would be potentially afraid of. They have no nets in play, so they can't actually bench what I would be afraid of. So I'm not too worried about it. Once again, I think we're just chilling. We will take a prize card this turn, but there's an Intrepid Sword, so they're done. They're decking themselves out here. So they didn't have anything, but you never know if someone is going to have it. So it's best to play around as much as possible until you're no longer able to do it. But yeah, we end up with a dub over the Blowns eventually. Okay, into another one. This time we were going choose. I'm gonna go first. I'll just go first. I don't know if I want to go first or second. Seems pretty fine for going first though with this hand, and our opponent mulligan, so that's good for us as well. Going second though, wouldn't have been terrible either. Looks like we're up against ADP, Zacian. We'll see if they have a tech for the matchup or not. And we also need to set up a dude. Could go with Snorlax first. There's a calm. Gonna calm away the Jirachi. Grab myself a Rowlet. I guess I could have quick balled and then calmed, and then actually just had turn 2 Candy Decidueye. Yeah, that would have been fine as well. Quick ball away this. I wanted like double Rowlet, and I guess they could have gotten like a turn 1 KO on my Rowlet, but it's pretty unlikely. So I probably didn't need to worry about it. I could have just gone for the turn 2 Decidueye there, I think. I was like kind of zoned out and zoned in, zoned on, zoned around. Double Rowlet. I was just kind of thinking about double Rowlet, to be honest. That's usually what you want to go for in this matchup. Losing a net doesn't feel great either, but I definitely want to keep the Bird Keeper Candy around for sure. But yeah, I was kind of like zoned in, zoned out, zoned around on just double Rowlet here. Yeah, the big question is here is just, does our opponent have a tech card? Because they've already opened their Mawile, which means they don't have that to pull basic Pokemon out of our hand onto our bench to KO those and draw prize cards off that. So yeah, it just really comes down to, do they have do they play the, what's it called? Dude. And H/V, Duraludon, I mean, second Mawile, I guess, would also be decent. Something like that. Something like that is what they need. Unless they're playing Luke Metal this whole time. But now they have 2 basics in place. So that'd be fine if they were playing Luke Metal. But there's the water. So it is ADP. So we're going to be chilling for a while. And that's fine. Are they just going to swing? Wily Bite? Just get aggressive? I don't hate it, actually. I don't know if they're going to go for it. There's a Cherish Ball for the DAA. They could actually get Boss and KO my Rowlet here. They actually had the GX attack here. If instead of they got to DAA, they got ADP. Then they'd have a 0-card hand, of course. But they did have it. They're going for the Boss play. All right, let's see if it works out. I mean, we have Candy Decidueye next turn, and I'm gonna pick up my Jirachi as well. I can just leave my Jirachi at this point, actually. I think. Yeah, I don't need to pick up my Jirachi, actually. I could have picked it up. So I guess double Rowlet ended up working out, right? Because oh, I didn't get a trainer card there. Oops. Don't mind me, just misplaying. Yeah, could have got like I don't even know what I'd want there, to be honest. Something. Yeah, so we'll figure out if they got an answer or not. If not, we'll just eventually win the game once we draw into an energy. Especially with, like I said, their Mawile, they opened it. And that's maybe their only answer in the situation. Yeah, so the double Rowlet worked out, and that's gonna do it for the games with the Decidueye, guys. Pretty cool deck right now, I feel like. But that was just funny. They opened their Mawile, they got the Rowlet KO. I could have chilled, I feel like, and just gone like Rowlet. I guess they wouldn't have KO'd a Rowlet if I didn't bench a second Rowlet. So I guess just going solo Rowlet still would have just kind of worked. So I could have just gone that. Probably should have just gone solo Rowlet, to be honest. Anyway, guys, I'll see you tomorrow.